Hey guys, today is the last day that you can shop the Sephora Spring Sale. So I wanted to share with you the very last haul that I got. These are the products that I ordered online. I already shared a haul with you guys of things that I got in store. So if you missed that, I'll put a link to that down below in my description box. And you could shop the sale online until basically midnight, like 11:59 Pacific time. So 2:59 a.m. April 21st on the East Coast. But yeah, I thought I would share this stuff with you guys. I thought I would also try on some of these things. I did get some products that are available at Sephora that are brand new. I got some of these things in PR. So I thought I'd mix it all together. So let me start by sharing with you what I did order online. So I mentioned this actually in my wish list or my shopping cart video, I believe. This is from, and I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing this correctly, Lixer. And this is a brand that I've only seen online. They're definitely not in my stores, at least. And this is the Skin Shake by Face Tinted Serum, and I ordered 1N Bisque. Hopefully that will work. But this is a foundation, so we'll be definitely using that today. I did get 2 more of the Westman Atelier Hydro Bombs. I got 2 in store, so this is 2 additional. I ordered the shades English Rose and Ballerine. These are the pinkier shades. The 2 shades that I got in store were Bob and Pop or Pippi. I can't remember, but it was like more of the warmer red. I love them both. I just love this formula. So I just feel like I need to eventually get all of the shades. And then I did pick up another one of the Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk Blush Balm Lip Tint. This is in the shade, I think it's like 90s Kiss is the shade. I got Pillow Talk in store, and I do really like this formula. It's very comfortable. So I got 90s Kiss. It just looked a little bit more nude and neutral toned versus the Pillow Talk, which is pinkier and on the cooler side. Anyway, this is another product that I mentioned for my wish list, but this is the Prada Infusion de Santal Chai. So I was going to get the big bottle, but I had to cull my cart back a little bit because I had made such a huge order at Tom Ford Beauty. That video went up last Saturday. So if you didn't catch that, I talk about all the new Tom Ford Soleil summer collection for 2026. So I had originally taken this out of my cart, and then I thought, oh wait, they must have a smaller size of this. So I basically got the little travel size of this fragrance. So we'll try that out too. And then I did get a small daily brush cleaner from Sephora because I really want one for when I travel. So when I travel with my makeup and my brushes, it's so difficult to wash my brushes when I don't have a cleaner like this, which is basically quick drying, just spray it right onto the bristles. I only need paper towel or just some sort of, paper product where I can wipe the brush off on. And it's such a great way to very quickly clean your brushes. So I wanted to get this for travel. It's 2 fluid ounces, 59. I almost said 50 mils. That's not right. It's almost 60 mils. So this can go into your carry-on if you're only traveling with carry-on. So pick that up. I'm so glad to have that finally. And then I did get this. This is another thing I mentioned in my wish list video, but this is something I wanted to get for my aunt because she is always, whenever she comes to visit, she's always asking for like travel size perfume bottles because she travels a lot. And I thought, let me get her something that I think she would like. So these are all of the fragrance mists, and then there's one hair and body mist from Wang. So this is the Instant Vacation 4-piece set. So there's Santorini, Ibiza, St. Bart's, and Melrose Place in here. And then they have all of the notes and everything on the back. So I thought she would enjoy this. These are a little bit bigger than the ones that she's always looking for. So I don't know. She can take it or not, but I was thinking of her when I got this. So that is my haul. So let me share with you some things that I did get in PR that I do want to try in today's video. I wanted to make sure I got as many products into this video as possible in case you were interested in them. Take advantage of the last day of the sale. So Ilia has come out with the Eye Stylist Shadow Sticks. I've got 4 shades, so we'll be trying at least a couple of those. And then Hung Vanngo sent me his new bronzer. I'm so excited. So he sent over 2 shades, Present and Intentional. And I'm so excited for this new release. So these are the Tansculpt Bronzing Contour Balms. Cannot wait to try that. And then Laura Mercier sent over their new loose powder. It's not a new loose powder. Let me rephrase. It is a new shade to their Ultra Blur setting powder. So they came out with this mint green shade, which is a great corrector shade. And I love how like correctors are back in vogue, basically. Oh, this PR package is so cute. It comes with this tray. It's marble-like, but the marbling in there has a green tinge to it. Oh, that's so pretty. So I'm excited for this because where I do like to powder, of course, underneath my eyes, but also the tip of my nose, that's where I have the most redness, and that's what the green color is for. It's just sort of cancel out the red since they're opposing colors. On the color wheel, I think we all know that by now. So before we jump into Elixir, what I do want to try is this Prada fragrance. So I actually just sprayed the Tom Ford Fig Erotic. So when I made that big order, Tom Ford Beauty, they sent this sample in and I was very, very intrigued. It's okay. It's okay. It's very pretty. It's very unoffensive. I just don't think, and please, if you love this fragrance, do not be offended. It is just my opinion, but I don't find it very memorable. It's one of those fragrances. It's very nice. You'll smell very, very nice, but I just don't think it's very memorable. It doesn't like linger on my mind. So anyway, let's try this Prada Infusion de Santal Chai, and their travel size is a spritzer, not a roller ball. I'm gonna spray this over here. I sprayed just a little bit on me because I'm not sure I like it. I'm so glad I got the small one. Interesting. I don't actually, well, we'll have to let this settle down, but I smell a lot of the sandalwood, but I don't actually smell a lot of like the spiciness that you kind of expect from something called chai. My first thought is not a big fan. Not a big fan. Okay. Hopefully it gets a little bit better. All right, let's go in with the Elixir Skin Shake by Phase Tinted Serum. You guys, I'm going to admit to you, what caught my eye about this particular tinted serum is the packaging, because when you go onto the Sephora site, it looks like a crumpled up, can you see all the contours in here? It looks like a crumpled up old see-through tube, but this is actually glass. How cool is that? I'm so ridiculous. It's basically glass, and you do want to shake it up. Can you hear that? There's like a shaker ball in there to mix it up, a mixer ball. And the first ingredient in here is squalane. And I don't actually see water as an ingredient. So this is going to be really, really creamy. I get the feeling, or really moisturizing. This is a screw off, and then it's a roller ball. Isn't this so interesting? So I'm just gonna rollerball some onto the back of my hand here, just so we can get a sense of the shade. So it matches my hand, which is so much lighter than my face. So much lighter than my face, but I think that should be a decent match. Oh, wow, interesting. It has such a creamy feel to it, but very quickly, it sets down and now it looks quite powdery. Wow, I was not expecting that. I hope it looks okay on my really dry skin. All right, let's try this out. I'm gonna shake this up a little bit more, just for good measure. And then I'm just gonna rollerball it straight onto my face here. I've got my Westman Atelier liquid blender brush. Oh, wow. I think this shade actually could be too light for me. Interesting. So 1N, if you use me as skin color reference, I think is a little bit too light. But it's pretty light coverage, so it's not that big of a deal. I don't think it's a deal breaker. Oh, but it has a really powdery finish. Huh. I don't think I like that. You guys know I like a juicy appearance to my skin since I'm so dry. But let's keep going. Let's keep going. I do like this rollerball situation. I think it's fun. It makes applying foundation fun. I sound like an infomercial. So this is described on the Sephora site as a waterless biphase formula combining your serum and skin tint into one. Shake to activate micro-encapsulated pigments for sheer skin-like coverage. I think this is a little bit more powdery than I would describe skin-like. Skin-like to me has just a little bit more going on. It's a little bit less matte than this, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Coverage is light, formulation is serum. The highlighted ingredients, squalane, jojoba oil, microencapsulated minerals, and the microencapsulated minerals for hydrating, creamy, natural coverage. I feel like this is, I don't know, it's pretty dry. I was expecting something much juicier. I feel like this could actually be good for oilier skin types. And I think by reading that description, if I had oily skin, I would stay away from it. But yeah, this is quite powdery looking. I also think this lighter shade is doing me no favors. It's like dry looking and it's too light. It just looks really dusty. I feel like it looks really dusty on my skin. So maybe in general, if I got a deeper shade, it would look a little bit better. But I don't like this finish. It's really dry looking on my skin. Wow, I'm so surprised. I'm so surprised. I thought this was gonna be real glowy. Huh. Okay. All right, live and learn. So that's the Elixir Tinted Serum. If you have oilier skin, I would give this a shot. I bet this would look fantastic on someone with normal to oily skin. All right, I'm gonna put some concealer down. I don't have any new concealer, or I didn't haul any new concealer, so I'm just gonna use the Sarah Creole Face Flex in 1.0. And I'm gonna add that around my eyes and around my nose. And just gonna use the same brush. Okay, concealer down. I'm gonna go in with the Laura Mercier powder. This may not be the best idea since I feel like my skin already looks a little bit dry, but I do wanna set down that concealer, and I definitely wanna try this green tint around my nose, which is most definitely the reddest part of my face. I'm gonna use this Ilia blending brush. Have you guys checked this out? It's so big and fluffy. Let me hold it up next to what I would consider more of like a typical blending brush size. So this is the Rephr number 15 brush. And do you see how much bigger it is? This to me is so great for applying powder like underneath your eyes and around your nose. So that's what I'm gonna do. And I really like the Ilia brushes as well. I definitely don't talk about these enough, but I do really, really like them. All right, just picked up a little bit of that powder. Let's see if it gets rid of this redness I have. Oh yeah, oh I like this. It's just a little bit, but it really does wonders in neutralizing the red. How cool. And I really do like this formula. This Ultra Blur version of Laura Mercier's loose setting powder is really, really nice. So yeah, the full name, Translucent Loose Setting Powder dash Ultra Blur, and this shade is Mint. And I don't feel like it looks too drying around there. Well, I don't have redness underneath my eyes, so I'm not gonna use the green underneath my eyes. I'm gonna use the rose version of the same powder, and that brightens up underneath my eyes. All right, next, I'm so excited for the Hung Vanngo Contour Balms. So let's swatch both of these. Well, this packaging is super cool because it's reminiscent of something like a skincare jar where you would screw this off, but this is actually a compact where you flip it open. It's got a mirror on the inside. This is like a soft touch. Love that. And then this is Present, and this one is Intentional. So Present, Intentional. This one is obviously lighter. And here is Present and Intentional. Very, very balmy. I don't know if you'll get a sense of it just by my finger mark in there, but very, very balmy. So there's 8 shades all together, and Present and Intentional, these two that I have, are the 2 lightest. So I'm reading off of his site, and it says these are all neutral shades, perfect for both bronze and contour. Silica microspheres create blurred appearance, infused with antioxidant vitamin E. And he mentions he likes using a brush. So we're gonna go in with a brush. Okay, so I was just watching a short on YouTube of Hung Vanngo applying this contour balm. I think it was on the Sephora channel and not actually his channel. Anyway, he actually applies it initially with like a thin brush like this and then blends it out. So that's what I'm doing. I'm gonna follow the master. So I've got a Rephr LC01 brush. This is basically, this is like the BK Beauty A506 brush. It's like a nice angled synthetic haired brush that's great for cream products. So I'm gonna start there. And I've never really applied contour anything with a thin brush to start, but I think that's a great idea. Okay, so I'm gonna use Present, which is the lightest shade. I think that's definitely the best one for my skin tone. And I'm gonna apply it exactly where I want to create a shadow. So right underneath my cheekbone, maybe along my jawline here, get my hair out of the way. Right by the temple. Let's start there. I've got a larger brush, same shape, just a little bit bigger. I'm going to use this to blend. Okay, well that blends out beautifully. Just to compare, no contour bomb, contour bomb. What do you guys think? I like the tone. I would agree that it is neutral. If anything, I think it leans a little bit warm, but that makes it really versatile, right? You can use it as a bronzer really easily. Oh, I like that. I like applying it with a smaller brush. I think that's a great method. Okay, I'm gonna do the other side now. Do the same thing, just kind of follow my cheekbone, temples, side of my forehead here, and jawline. Of course, you could do the nose and all of that. I don't think I'm gonna go that crazy today. I really like this shade. I really like this formula because I feel like it's super effective without looking too stark, which I think contours can do oftentimes. But this has a really nice soft effect. I really, really like it. Wow, wow, wow. It's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Okay. All right, Hung Vanngo, another winner in his new beauty line. I love all these releases he's coming out with. They're fantastic. Okay, so that is the Tansculpt Bronzing Contour Balm. I don't have a new blush to try, so let's go ahead and use Hung Vanngo's very beautiful Velvet Blush in Second Language. I love, love, love this blush. I'm gonna use my Refer number 5 brush. Sweep this, I'm gonna make sure I'm blending it into that contour balm. Okay, blush applied. I think those played very nicely together, blended in beautifully. I don't have a new highlight. You know what? I'm just gonna forego highlight, no big deal. And let me draw in some brows. I'm gonna use my Westman Atelier Bone Brow in Slate. Just an FYI, I do not like this Prada. It's just not, I don't know. I feel like it's not how it's described. It's very, very sandalwood. I feel like that's all I can smell. And a little bit of the Santal, like a little bit. Disappointed. I'm very disappointed. I'm glad I didn't get the big bottle, that's for sure. Okay, and now for eyeshadows, let's try these Ilia eyeshadow sticks. So these are called the Eye Stylist Shadow Stick. I have 4 shades here. 3 are shimmers, 1 is matte. Okay, so here is the packaging and the caps. Let me just show you. The caps are color-coded, which is very handy dandy when they're all rolling around in your drawer. So here are some swatches. Here's Flax, here's the matte shade. Here is Adorn, Gilded, and Divine. So these 3 are the metallic shimmers, and then this one is the matte. So I think I'm gonna use the top 2. They seem to be the most neutral. These seem very, very warm. I'd probably use these if I wanted to do like a bolder, evening look or something. All right, so I'm gonna put some Flax down, which is the matte shade. And I think I'm gonna try my finger first. I'm gonna just swipe some on and then blend it out with my finger. These have a little bit of a thicker feel to them than say like the Laura Mercier Caviar sticks or even the Bobbi Brown longwear ones. These have, yeah, like a little bit of a thicker feel. They're also a little bit tackier, but it does blend out really nicely. So these are waterproof. They are crease resistant color for 12 hours and safe for sensitive eyes. So I would definitely do like one eye at a time. I wouldn't swipe, swipe, swipe all over because it may set down before you get to it. So I just did this eye. Let me do this eye. Wow, really nice, super easy what it done shade. If you just want to add just a little bit of a tone to your lids, this is great. So this is Flax, again, a matte finish shadow. And then let's go in with Adorn. So this has more of a shimmer. And I'm just going to add that to the outer corner here. And I like using my finger because I think the heat from my skin actually really helps. So I'm just gonna continue with my finger here. I like these shimmers too. They're not like too micro glittery or like too in your face. They just have a really nice soft shine. Very Ilia, right? Just a super soft, very natural, your eyes, but better. Oh, I really like these. I really like these two shades, Flax and Adorn. But let me go ahead and curl my lashes, add some eyeliner. I don't have anything new, so let me just do that off camera and I'll be back to try out all of these new lips. Okay, let's try this Blush Balm Lip Tint from Charlotte Tilbury in 90s Kiss. And here is the packaging, very Charlotte Tilbury, very rose gold. Here is 90s Kiss and a swatch. I have a feeling this is gonna look great with the eyeshadow I have on. This smells like a confectionery shop. It smells like sugar. Okay, there is 90s Kiss. I think when I tried on Pillow Talk, I think it was in my live stream, someone commented that they were disappointed in these because they were so lightly tinted, which I can get, but these are just a tinted balm. They're not like a full-on lipstick. I have really pale lips, so all I need is sort of a light tint. I don't need that much pigment for it to show up on my lips because they are so pale. So anyway, I just wanted to put that out there, but at least you get a sense of the tone of this 90s Kiss. Very nice. All right, let me take this off and then we'll try on the two Westman Atelier Hydro Bombs that I got. Oh, I left this in the box. I was like, wait a second, I feel like I'm missing something. I did also pick up another one of the lip liners from Westman Atelier in the shade Biscuit. And I do really like these lip liners, and I was going really hard with the Jarrev, and I was like, wait, what other shades do they have? So I picked up Cuckoo, C-O-U, in store, and then I ordered Biscuit online. So let's do a swatch of this. Ooh, this actually would have gone very nicely with the 90s Kiss. It has a very similar brown tone. And then let's unbox English Rose and Ballerine. So you guys are probably familiar with the Hydro Bomb packaging, magnetic. Here is Ballerine, a very pretty, cool toned pink. And then here is English Rose, which looks a little bit deeper and a little bit warmer. Maybe just a touch warmer, barely, but definitely deeper. Okay, so I actually don't think Biscuit would work with either of these, but I do think that Cuckoo shade would work. So here is Cuckoo, just for your reference. So actually, let me swatch it up here. So can you tell? Yeah, it's lighter, it's pinker. So I think it would work better with these. Apply Cuckoo, and if I'm mispronouncing that, please correct me down below. All right, let's try English Rose. And these have just the lightest bit of like a really pretty shimmery finish. I mean, just the slightest, like a satin. So there is English Rose with Cuckoo. And I feel like the balm looks a little bit more opaque than it should because of that lip liner. Just FYI, I think if I did not put that lip liner on, it would look a little bit more balmy. So maybe with the next color, I'll remove everything and just apply that alone. But that is English Rose. I love the formula of these Hydro Bombs. I was really on the fence. If you guys watched when I first got them and first tried them on, I was a little bit worried because they have lactic acid in there, but very low down on the ingredient list. And I have sensitive skin. I cannot use lactic acid like on my face often. I can maybe use it like once a week or something, but I have to be pretty careful with it. And so I was worried that it was gonna bother my lips because I do get eczema on the upper part of my lip. Anyway, they're fine, totally fine. My lips, I feel like over time using the Hydro Bombs, my lip skin has actually improved. It's really amazing. And the shades and the form, everything. I just love everything about these Hydro Bombs. All right, so let's try Ballerine, which is the lighter pink without the lip liner. Oh, wow. Ooh, this color is so feminine. It's like a really, really delicate kind of pink. So next to the swatch, very, very pretty. Very perfect for springtime, for sure. Just love this formula. All right, guys, that is it. That is it for this final Sephora sale video. I love the Sephora sales. I love when they come around. It's such an exciting time. I love trying out all of this makeup. But by the time the sale is over, because it lasts for like a little bit more than a week, I am done talking about Sephora. So anyway, I hope you have enjoyed all the content that I've put out for all the products that I've been enjoying or just trying products that are available at Sephora during this time. I do have a recommendations video, 2 recommendations videos up. If you are looking to make some last minute purchases, or maybe you just haven't been around and you didn't realize this was going on, 20% off for Rouge members, of course, VIB, 15% off, insiders get 10% off. It does end this evening, but my 2 recommendations video, one is on makeup, one is on skincare and hair care, and I am planning on getting a short up, which you will have already seen. Hopefully that happens. I am planning on getting a short up to talk about fragrances. Neither of these will be on there, by the way. Neither of these will be on there, but I do have at least 5 to recommend to you. So hopefully I'll get that short up in time. And thank you guys. Let me know what you have purchased. Let me know if you have recommendations down below in the comments section. All right, guys, I'll see you in the next video. Bye.